Shakib relationship conundrum. It's really one of the most confusing stories that we'll ever gonna hit obviously face, because as we speak right now, Shakib has gone ahead of his reply to Zari via his social media platforms, and Zari has gone ahead to reply to Shakib, meaning that they are moving towards maybe the resolving of this situation, because it is not really good. But if you're a person who has been built on clout, obviously you'll continue chasing for clout to see it that your name really stays there, because when you hit this fame, when you hit the fame stage, a lot of things really change. You start seeing things differently. That's why you see it that people who live around celebrities don't get surprised when such really goes ahead obviously come up. You understand? Because everyone is asking himself, was it necessary for Zari to come up and obviously do that live to obviously attack Shakib? Yet Shakib called her privately and told her that, please don't shame me, tell the people around not obviously get you and Diamond Platinums into the picture. But the big question is, do you think Zari can really fail to obviously be in the same video with Diamond Platinums? That's what we're going to be building this conundrum on, and see what you guys are really going to be saying about the situationship that is really happening between Zari and Shakib Kim. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. This is the East Africa Social Television, and we want to obviously come up and really let you know that a lot is really happening in the country, and we're here to bring you the latest news and information as far as East African celebrities are really concerned. When we talk about Zari, she really cuts all over East Africa and some parts of Africa because she lives in South Africa, and that's why we're here to discuss this scenario. The Muslims, we thank Allah for the gift of life, and for the Christians, we thank God for the gift of life. So guys, we know how this sparked off. It was Sunday. Diamond Platinums surprised Princess Tifa, and the rest really was built onto that. Now, after that, Zari came live and really went ahead to tell everyone how Shakib has nothing. Zari said that made a statement that you say that very many girls in the world are really looking up for Shakib, and if at all you need Shakib, that Shakib is a dream for every woman, go ahead and obviously take him on with the expenses. And that really triggered off Shakib badly, and Shakib went ahead to obviously do a certain phone call to a certain journalist in Uganda known as Frank Antambi, and when that audio was played, Shakib came out and said that Zari should stop telling people that she spends a lot of money on me. I'm always in Kampala, Uganda. I do all my nitty-gritties myself. He said, I spend $1 million on a daily. That's what Shakib says. And does Zari really give me that money? He gave us a clear example to show us how stingy Zari is. And it stated that when Zari went to went to Tanzania, I think it was all about the soft care things, pads and so on and so forth. She was given $40,000, and out of the $40,000, Zari gave Shakib only $2,000, and I was like, it was Zari's money, and Zari went ahead to foot all the bills for the flight. But people who support Shakib will be like, Hirokani, please come to your senses. This was a fully paid trip by the software company, because they're really bringing in Zari. Zari had her manager with her and Shakib Kim, So when she was negotiating for that deal, that means she negotiated for 3 people to travel with her down to Tanzania. But it's her social capital that she has gone ahead to use to really get that on. So for me, I don't buy that idea of Zari being stingy, because we all know the secret of people being rich. The most stingy people are the rich people. You all know that, and people who are not rich give out a lot. You get? So I think that's a character that Zari went ahead to know that if I told you to keep your money, you have to spend where it's necessary. And for the 2,000 US dollars given to Shakib. I think Shakib would have gone to obviously come out and really appreciate that she gave me 2,000, but the entirety of my life, I obviously fund my lifestyle. You understand? And to emphasize this, that Shakib is really a guy that has a lot to do. Shakib has started going ahead, obviously put out and start really dishing out money in clubs. Like yesterday, he was in club and was really dishing out money, and he was like responding to the question that Zari really asked, all posed to him. What do you bring on the table? You know, and people went on social media and we are like, you're asking what Shakib brings on the table. Shakib brings a lot on the table, you know. Others started to put in the private parts of Shakib, photos when Shakib is kissing Zari's ass when they were at the, what is it called? When they were at the Divine Resort, you know, one of the most good places that lovers should obviously pay visit to in Kampala, Uganda. So a lot is really happening to Shakib and Zari, and I tell you, there is a conundrum, but I think it's really gonna be solved immediately, because today Shakib has taken to his socials and really put the following: that my boss lady, you are so cute when you are being stubborn. Keep being you and I'll keep giving you those commands. You know, that's what Shakib posted, and Zari replied with laughing love emojis. You understand? So as it stands, these two look like they're going to be getting back together, and I tell you, Shakib is really in love, and he was a secret admirer for years. Remember, Shakib was one of those boys that with Ivan Semwanga, and he was this person who admired Zari from a distance. And Shakib also came out and told us that that he was vibing Zari for 3 years, and when Zari separated with money bags, that's when things really went ahead, obviously go into his way. And so we wait to see how things pan out. But Diamond Platnumz, the trouble causer of all this, is okay. He hasn't gone ahead to speak out anything, and I don't believe that he has to speak out, because all is well for him, and we are going to be really giving you the best of the best that we really get from Diamond Platnumz. But Zari and Shakib have gone ahead, obviously exchange words, and the Cold War looks like it's coming to an end, and these two are really gonna be really getting on well. But I believe they're beneficiaries, because if I told you a Zari, you at least need that 1-2 Cold War that is obviously gonna be headlining or making headlines on all socials and mainstream media, and I think Zari has really gained it, because that shows her impact, and she sends out that message loud to everyone who thinks that she's no longer having that influence. Being 40 plus years, you know, and being a role model to the Gen Zs shows you that he's really one of those people that is really having influence. But the other audio that I was going to make rounds was all about when Shakib asked Zari on whether he can be green-lighted to start staying with Zari in South Africa, and Zari was like, that's not possible. That's not possible, because I really have a lot to handle in South Africa. I have schools, I have children, I have my influentialism I'm supposed to be doing, so please, that is really impossible, and we cannot obviously see ourselves being happy, because I won't get you the time that you want. The only thing I can do is traveling to Uganda on Friday, and then Sunday night I travel back to South Africa. And people were like, Zari is not really doing the due diligence for the man. But I believe that when you date a person like Zari, you have to obviously come up and really understand the repercussions, and that's exactly what is happening to the man himself known as Shakib. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about the Zari Shakib ship conundrum. It's really a conundrum, but looks like it's coming down. The tides were high, now they've gone ahead to lower down, and we've gone ahead to see to it that Zari and Shakib are really trying to obviously take us off this. But you, the people who had gone ahead to take sides, I don't know what you're really gonna be doing, because as it stands, it looks like these two are gonna be back together very soon. And on Friday, I anticipate Zari to be back in Kampala, Uganda, and she will be like, that's what they say, like the social media in-laws, you know, and the people concerned on social media, where are you, you know. So that's Zari for you and Shakib. And we're waiting to see where this ship is really gonna go. Is it gonna go on and live on, because Shakib has gone to confirm to us that he doesn't expect Zari to give him babies. You understand? So I don't know what is really going to be happening, but when I put on my telescope, I tell you, these two are really getting back together, and I believe in a nick of time we might see these two together. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later for the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum.